Hello, Ron. I'm Matthew Thomas, back with another killer interview. This week, she is the front woman and rhythm guitarist of the Rumours, our featured artist of the week, Carli Foxx. Thank you
Hey,
for hanging out with me tonight.
of course. Thanks for having me.
So, since there's no shows going on, I know you were supposed to go on tour with Wild Street. Obviously, that did not happen. How are you staying busy?
Well, I've got a lot of songs to write. One of my good friends is coming up from Texas actually to visit for a couple of days, so I'm going to spend some time with her before she goes back and then just keep writing songs, I suppose.
Right on. And I know that the recent release for the Rumours was "Suck It." I believe that was in March. I want to say.
Yes.
And how was writing and recording Suck It?
It was so much fun. Like some of the songs we wrote on the way to shows, like the lyrics anyway, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, we have 30 minutes till we get there. Arnella, you got this? You got this down? Okay, let's hope that we remember it. Sweet. But it was really fun. Like it's just really in your face, things that people don't feel too comfortable talking about, but we do because we're a rock and roll band. It's a lot of fun and it's really interesting to see whether people like it or don't, or it's really like, what is happening? Girls are talking about this. That's the best part of it, really.
It's a very unapologetic album for sure,
Yeah.
and I really dig it. I was listening to it today, and I was listening to it yesterday as well. I really dig it. I love the punk rock style,
Thanks. I'm glad that you like it.
and we have the physical copy right here. Hope you gotta get the
Ooh,
camera.
look at that.
And I see you guys get vinyl in the store for Suck It as well.
Yeah, we do.
Right
That's
on. So, what's kind of your writing process? Like, do you come up with like the riffs first, or you go with like the lyrics? Like, how do you develop a song?
It's usually I start with like just my guitar and just jam out something that sounds good or at least like have an idea of a chorus in my head. But I guess usually when things like when I read about anything, it's because like something happened to me in my life. So I always like wait for something like that to happen and then I just start rolling on with it, get my guitar out and then kind of just piece it together. Usually lyrics are last, but it just all comes together really well, I think, at the same time.
Right. I know I love the riffs on Suck It and Hot Bang too. They're heavy, they're fast, and they're all unique. They're all different every song.
Thank you. That's awesome.
And I kind of want to kind of start at the beginning. Like, how did you know that you wanted to be a musician and be part of a band?
Um, as a little kid, I always wanted to be a singer, but I couldn't sing. So, I mean, later on, it turned out that I could, but whatever. But my mom took me to see Joan Jett at the Manchester County Fair in Iowa, and as soon as I got a couple of songs into her set, and the feeling that I was getting from just watching her play this music, I was like, this is what I want to do. So the next day, I went and got my dad's old electric guitar and tried to teach myself some power chords.
Nice. And so are you self-taught on the guitar, or did you actually take lessons?
I did take lessons for about 2 years. I learned a lot of music theory in that, but for the other the other 6 years, I pretty much taught myself. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. And so I kind of want the how the Rumors get started. How'd that come together as a band, and how'd you choose the name Rumors?
So in high school, I was in a band before the Rumors. It was called Primary Perception, and it was basically like a high school kid cover band, and that's not what I was looking for, but it was fun times anyway. But I wanted to start a band and I wanted a band to play at the talent show. So I was like, okay, I got this kid to play bass, and this other kid from my economics class is a really good lead guitar player. And then this girl I knew from my music theory class played drums. So I was like, why don't we just jam and see what happens? And that's kind of how it got started. But then everybody went to college and stuff. And then I was like, well, I don't care about that. I just want to like play shows. So that's when Arnella got in there and Stu joined not too long after that. And we had a couple different drummers in between Daniel, but Daniel's been with us forever too. So, But I guess as for the name, I was just looking in the dictionary for something that sounded cool that I could put the in front of. So I was like, that works out great.
Right on. And so there's an extra U in the Rumors name. Was that on purpose? Like, was that?
Oh, the U
Yeah.
that's in there? Yeah, I wanted it to be like the English spelled version because I think it looks cooler. And one of my favorite albums is the Fleetwood Mac album Rumours, but we're not like musically influenced by them. We get that question a lot, or a lot of people will think, oh, well, which one are you? Are you Stevie or is she Stevie? Are you Christine? Or, because everybody's like, no, we're not a Fleetwood Mac cover band. But if I had a dime for every time I was asked that.
And I know you mentioned influences, and so what kind of are your influences, at least musically?
Um, so I really love Tom Petty. His lyrics are like some of the best ever, so that's somebody I always look to lyrically. And Joan Jett, The Runaways, of course. We love Betty Blowtorch a lot. They're great. Motley Crue, we love. Just Iggy Pop, straight up rock and roll stuff, or like a little bit of punk infused with it. It's just all cool. We love the Cramps too, garage style.
And I like the garage style rock and roll, especially Iggy Pop. I have his whole discography of studio albums.
Really
Yeah,
jealous.
from the Stooges all the way to his current one, Free. So
Dang,
yeah,
that's
and I paid for most of them. Most of them.
that's a lot of time and money to invest in getting all those, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I really like him, and Alice Cooper too, because I got his whole discography, except the three he doesn't remember making. Those do not count.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, and Rollins Band, I have their whole discography too.
Really, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I don't think I have any whole band's discography or their whole discography.
yeah. I like to collect things because it's just, I mean, I drive an '03 car, so like I can only play CDs. So I'm like, well, I might as well have all of them.
Right? Exactly. That's awesome. I love the cars that have CD players in it. It's just like there's so much more to just like playing a CD in your car, you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. And my old car used to have tape cassette, but like I didn't have any, so
Yeah,
man, it's kind of a waste.
I know, right?
I don't think really people don't use tape anymore. Most because it didn't really last. Like I
No,
would get like 5, 6 plays, and then you can already tell it's already not sounding right.
I know, right? And like it's just a lot of work, I feel like.
Yeah, but vinyl's making a comeback, which is very surprising. But it's actually, I mean, it has a very unique sound to it.
It does. It's just like a lot cooler than anything else. And like you said, the sound, like listening to vinyl, it's just like as if I lived in the 70s and get to hear it that way when I play it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
it's kind of inconvenient, but it does. The sound makes up for it.
Oh, it's a whole experience, so that's why I like it.
Yeah, and I'm wearing. I got Slipknot shirt. I don't know if you can see it. I got Slipknot from Iowa because I don't have a Rumor shirt yet. So
Not
I said
yet.
at least Slipknot is from Iowa, so at least got a little bit of a
There
connection
we
there.
go. Nice. That's nice. We're supposed to like play the same day as them at Rocklahoma this year, but then it got canceled, of course.
Yeah, a lot of things are getting canceled or
I know,
like pushed back indefinitely. So yeah,
I know, right? It's like I was just Googling it earlier. I was like, when is COVID gonna end? Does anybody know? I'm ready for this.
yeah. I know. 'Cause I was supposed to. I got like 5 or 6 concerts I was supposed to go to got canceled. I was supposed to be Bowling for Soup, Smashing Pumpkins, Ginger, Fozzy.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that sucks so much. Oh man, Smashing Pumpkins are great.
Yeah, it was at like a small venue in Michigan too, so like they usually don't play like smaller venues. So I was like, this is gonna be really cool. And yeah,
Uh,
happened to be in April. Bad timing.
I know, right? It's just like anything that's happening in 2020, just don't plan on it.
Pretty much, because it's like no point in trying to put the effort into it anyway.
Right?
But I will say my last concert was Alter Bridge, and
Yeah.
that was one of the best concerts I've ever seen. So before everything got shut down, I got to see Alter Bridge. So I think that's a win.
That's awesome. Where did you see him?
I was at the Egyptian Room in Indianapolis, Indiana, and it was pretty cool because like the whole thing kind of looks like a pyramid inside, like with all of
Okay,
the writings and everything. So it was very unique.
that's really cool.
And
That's
I didn't get hypothermia because we had to stand outside for like an hour. And
oh,
me being me, it was like a mix of like it wasn't sleep, but it was like snowing rain kind of thing. And I didn't have a jacket on because I was like, oh, I won't wait that long. I waited for like an hour.
oh God, that was I hate when that happens. That's like a part of the whole experience too, though. Like, do you know how long I waited outside for you in the cold without a coat on?
Yeah, it definitely adds to the experience, and I'm glad I didn't get sick.
I know, right? Bad time to get sick too. So I'm
I
glad
know,
you
like you sneeze once and people already think you already got it. Yeah.
right. Oh God, I'd go to the store like when stores started opening back up, wear our masks and stuff. Like I was dying to go thrifting, so I did. But I remember trying to hold a sneeze in so long because I'm like, I don't want anybody to think I have it. No,
You got to put like almost like an asterisk next to every sneeze, like I don't have COVID.
right, wear a sign. I don't have it.
Yes. All right. Sorry, a little bit off track there, but I
No,
love.
it's okay.
I actually so I saw your post earlier today about it was Tom Petty related. You got his what the first cover his first cover on Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
Uh,
yes,
how did
I
that
almost
make you feel?
cried. Oh my gosh, I almost cried when I opened it up and realized what it was. Like, I saw that it was like a magazine of some sort when I was opening it up, and I like turned to the other side, and I thought it was about to be like the Runaways or something because it had that like pink red tone to it, and I was like, oh, this has got to be like Cherie Curry in the front. Even better, no offense because I love Cherie Curry, but like Tom Petty, and I was like, oh my god, I almost cried. One of my friends from Iowa, he comes to all of our shows, it seems like, and he's just like a gem of a soul, and he sent that to me. I'm just like, thank you so much.
Yeah, that cover is rock and roll. Like that is a
Right.
phenomenal cover.
Oh gosh, Tom Petty, I love him so much. Well, obviously, like you can see.
Yeah, but that's another form of media that's kind of going away, like magazines, like physical copies of magazines,
Right.
and like comic books too. Like everything's starting to go away. It's just, I mean, it's cool though. Like if you have the, magazines or comic books or anything like that, it is cool to actually, read them or display them or anything really.
Right. I know.
I,
I want to put this up because I love looking at all the Tom Petty all around my room all the time.
yeah, I got Alice Cooper's original comic book for Marvel. I got that. I was looking for it for like a long time, and it was like too expensive or like wasn't available. So I finally got it like a month ago. Like when like yeah like middle of quarantine is like when I got it. I was like super happy. So I
Oh
gotta
my,
find I gotta frame it along with my everything else that I have, and I want to put it up somewhere.
that's awesome. You totally should. I love all of like the Alice Cooper stuff that there is because there's not one thing that isn't cool.
Yes, like pretty much anything else. I got my brother gave me his bobblehead for Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like he's got the top hat, he's got the cane. That thing looks killer.
That's super rad. I love that.
All right. Actually, back to the rumors. I know we definitely took a big detour, but I loved everything. So
Yes.
the Rumors are an independent band, correct? I mean, not
Yes.
signed to a record label. What are some of the challenges, advantages of being an independent band?
Um, I guess like if you're with the right label or something, that you might be able to get your name out, the word out of your album, like out to more people. But like with that being said, if we are working with a label, they might not let some of those songs pass, you know what I mean? Or they might want to change it and the art can't look this way. There's just so much more freedom to doing it by yourself and it's not difficult to do by yourself. Yeah, we would love to have a label, but like I'd rather have what I want on the cover than some guy that doesn't really see what I see. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So It's nice. I really like having the freedom of being able to do what we want to with it, but at some point, hopefully, we can find somebody that's a right match for what we're going for.
Yeah, I mean, when I started listening to you guys definitely stood out from pretty much like all the other bands I was listening to. Like you guys actually stood out. Just the lyric content, the style of music, everything pretty much. So that's why I like started listening to you guys more. That's why I like you guys.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And so I always ask my guests this because I'm always curious. Outside of your band, what music are you listening to right now?
Ooh, um, that's a good question. Um, I listen to like the Too Fast for Love album all the time. Literally, like it's always playing. So I'm always listening to Motley Crue, a lot of the Runaways, just the classic stuff. And I'm trying to think of something new that I'm into that I've been listening to a lot, but I can't think of anything. It's been a couple of days since I've like been on my Spotify. I listen to a lot of Quentin Tarantino movie soundtracks, actually, because they're all the songs are good. He's genius with that.
And did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I did. I the
Yes.
day that it came out.
I love that movie. That was one of my favorite movies of 2019.
Oh, definitely. It was a fun one to watch. I like the cast was perfect, but all Tarantino
Now,
movies have perfect cast.
yeah, and I gotta ask you because you mentioned Motley Crue. What do you think about them? They're supposed to get back together this year. What's kind of your thoughts on that?
Well, I had tickets to go to the show, so I was like, of course I will go. Like, I love Tommy Lee more than life itself. But also, I don't know. I think it's great. I don't care if I get to see Motley Crue again. I ain't sad about it. You know what I mean? But like Joan Jett was also on there, and then Tuck Smith and the Restless Hearts were opening. So I'm like, this is fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, Def Leppard and Poison are great, but like, I was definitely excited about the other three bands to be together.
I was just curious because like I've heard like a split reaction to people. Either they're like, no, they shouldn't get back together, or yay, I get to go see them again. So that's why I
Yeah,
was wondering. I got to see them on their final tour, and I think that's pretty good for me.
yeah.
I did see Tommy Lee got like a new like face tattoo. It's recently a couple weeks ago, but I mean it's like some type of foreign letter. I don't know what it says. Have you seen that?
I haven't stalked his Instagram in a couple of weeks, so I guess I better get back on that. I wonder though if it's a symbol for something. Could be like a Greek thing. Him, nice Greek boy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just saw I saw the headline. Tommy Lee got a face tattoo. So I mean it fits with him though. So like good
Oh,
for him.
he's rad. If I could be anybody, I might want to be him.
I think I could be with him for maybe an hour and I might die. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We have to have like his internal whatever that keeps him going because I know my body could not handle that.
I would be like gasping for breath in like an hour or less.
Right? Oh my gosh, tell me about it.
Especially on the final tour, like he was like playing drums, but like his drum set like lifted off the ground and it was like spinning through the air. I was like I couldn't do that. I would pass out.
Right? I don't like heights. So that's kind of insane, but literally I don't know. He's like Keith Richards. I don't think that there's anything that can really kill him.
That's very true. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I got one final thing before we go. I know it's kind of hard because we're already talking about 2020 and stuff. But what's kind of some future plans for the Rumors this year?
Um, so we are looking into maybe putting out a music video for one of the songs off of the new album. I mean, we should anyway, but we don't know any video people. So if you're a video person watching this right now that's in the Iowa area, let us know because we'd love to do a video. Other than that, we're just trying to reschedule everything for next year. So, just lots of internal band stuff that we have to take care of too. So it's gonna be busy for us, even if we can't play shows.
Yeah, I'm looking to see you guys. Hopefully, I'm hoping next year for the first time because I really want to see you guys.
Hell yeah.
But my brother actually won free tickets to see the Lonely Ones coming up in October.
Oh, really? Where
Yes,
at?
it's Mishawaka, Indiana, the Smokestack Brew. It's like
Oh,
I think it's like October 15th. It's a Thursday. Yeah,
oh man. Well, I was thinking about coming out to that show, so because we're supposed to play with them the next night in Wisconsin, but I really want to go see all of the shows, so I just might and just be like, "Hey, band, I'll be there at Loden. See you."
that would be awesome. I mean, they put out a killer Queen cover, and actually made a cameo in it.
Yes. Just like that. That was what you was in the video.
And so I'm really looking forward to seeing them live for the first time. I mean, it's a killer lineup, and
Oh yeah.
they're just a killer band too.
They're so good. Like I can't even handle it. I'm going to see them on Friday, I think it is, in Wisconsin, so I'm really excited to see them. But yeah, I'm glad you won some tickets because it's going to be a hella good show and maybe I'll see you there.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I was planning to go see it anyway. Then my brother won tickets, so I was like, I'm totally in for this.
That's awesome.
And thank you so much for hanging out with me. We got Carli Foxx of the Rumours, the front woman and rhythm guitarist, our featured artist of the week, the Rumours. Please check out, listen to, stream, buy, suck it, and all the great merchandise. I know I recently bought the Bad Habits EP, so I'm waiting for that to show up too.
Yes.
And thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And have a good night, and I hope to see you maybe in October.
Yes, I'm gonna try. I'll try to be there.
If not, I know it will still be a great show.
Oh yeah, definitely. Tell my boyfriend hi for me.
Will do.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Have a good one.
You too.